What up, family? Welcome back to I Said It, the podcast for all things sports. I am your host, Chris, and today we're going to get into some NFL talk, some NBA playoff talk, and etc. We just going to get straight to it. So, the NFL draft was this weekend. It was a great time for me because it is like an event for me. I've watched every single NFL draft since, what would you say, Sean? Like, would you say like 95, 97, something like that?
I mean, I believe I would go at least 92 for John Carter.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. So, but yes, the NFL draft was this weekend. I pretty much watched every single NFL draft. I mean, we used to record the NFL draft. It's a big thing. It's a big thing for me. And last year, me and Darius, and I think somebody else, said that the Jets had the best draft. And lo and behold, they had the offensive and defensive rookies of the year. So take what we say and hold on to it, because we're going to give y'all a sneak peek into the future for yourselves to let you know who's good and who ain't, who had the great draft. This ain't no bullshit that we trying to put together a show just to get some clicks. No, we telling you what we really think about what really happened. So I would like to start with Darius because I want to see who he had as his team that had the best NFL draft and see if it coincides with what I got. Who you had for the best NFL draft so far this weekend?
Oh man, it was I felt like a few teams had a pretty good draft. I thought the Texans had a pretty good draft.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the Steelers had a pretty good draft.
Mm-hmm. I did too. I thought that too.
If I gotta say who I feel like had the best draft, it's probably the Eagles, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Not even gonna lie. They reassured all places that they felt like they needed. And they made like some big boy trades to get a running back, another running back. So, oh man, them boys might dominate the NFC East again. But if I gotta pick just one team, I'm gonna give the Eagles. I'm gonna give the Eagles an A on their draft, man. I'm gonna give them an A on their draft.
That's fair. It does not coincide with mine. So who I had that had the best draft, I agree with everything you said. The Steelers had a great draft. The Bengals had an okay draft. It was good. It was good. It wasn't the best. I wanted more players, some different players. That's neither here nor there. I do like a lot of the guys we got. But the Steelers had a good draft, but who I had, it was down to like three teams. The Texans had a very good draft. That was shocking that they traded back up and went into number 3 to get my man from Alabama. I did not expect that. It was a lot of moving and shaking that was going on in the draft. I like what the Eagles did. Man, for them to get Jalen Carter at 9 and then turned around and they got my man at the end of the first round. Very good, very good. But the team that I felt that did the best, for me, overall, as far as who they drafted and where they drafted them and the value in the picks that they got, I really liked what the Seattle Seahawks did, man. The Seattle Seahawks, I feel like they got the best DB in the draft. They got the best wide receiver in the draft. I also feel like they got the best center in the draft, which was in the 5th round, buddy from Michigan, Oluwatimi. That boy, he was the best center in America last year. I don't care what nobody say. And I like the running back that they got from UCLA. He all right. But those 3 picks right there, and then I do like Mike Morris. from Michigan that they got in the 5th round as well. Man, that draft and just to go with what they already have, and you don't even have to play Jackson Smith-Njigba on the outside. You could just put him in the slot, and who is going to cover him? I have no idea. That is a sick wide receiver.
This is a long answer, bro.
Are you a Seahawks? Right? I feel like you like Seattle, and they was like,
I like Seattle. I like what they did.
I like what they did.
I like what they did,
man. Like what they did.
Hey, man, I like what they did, man. I really did like what they did.
Who'd you have, Devin Witherspoon was the best in the draft? I don't know.
Hey, watch how easy this is. I like the Eagles. Good draft, Eagles.
I mean, that's how you feel. That's
Ain't
how you
nothing
feel.
wrong with going into detail.
Man, us black folks got a short attention span.
That's what we need to improve on.
Hey,
this dude.
Who'd you have, Blair? Who'd you like?
Huh? The Eagles. Oh no, bro. I don't know how any of these dudes gonna turn out. I'll pick the Lions. That doesn't mean anything till they win. So I don't be paying attention to the draft, son. I need to see that in game form. You know me, dudes come out high and end up trash, and some dude from the 4th round you've never heard of, like that guy is the next man up. He out here killing. I can't track everybody, bro. I really cannot. The names that they got, it's funny. They got a lot of Georgia dudes in Philly, and then they picked the Alabama guys. So they got like proven guys that can win at the college level, but you don't know what it looks like until you actually see it like in game.
Fair.
But I mean, the names that they got, I feel like they won out. The Jalen Carter thing was crazy. He fell to them just right.
Yeah, for him to fall to 9, which was crazy. I didn't see that.
Lying, bro. It was a lot of lying in this draft, man. I felt bad for Will Levis. I feel like they just set him all the way up, bro.
Felt bad for Will Levis.
I didn't really feel bad for him. I just was like,
felt like they set him up. I don't feel. I mean, only in the way like, how do you have those type of odds? Like the odds that he was going in the 1st round was like 99%, bro.
Guess what?
And he just slid on, and then they like. I don't. It's not that I feel. I feel like they set him up by telling him to come to the green room because the teams was like trying to play tricky games about the quarterback thing. And they didn't want like information getting out, so like they made it seem like he was gonna get picked. And you knew if he didn't go in the first 4, it could be a drop because it depends on what teams need. But at the same time, man, I didn't think he was gonna be there all day.
It's niggas every year that be at there and don't get picked.
Here's the difference, though. Most of those dudes were not guaranteed or not told they were going to be a such and such high. They just wanted to go. Like all of them don't go expecting to be what everybody's saying, but they like told him he was going, and then they just kept showing him. Like that's the only thing I felt bad. Like why y'all keep cutting to his face every time somebody else get picked? Y'all trying to catch this man looking bad, bro. Like y'all trying to catch.
I don't think nobody told him he was getting drafted in the 1st round.
I believe somebody did.
He had the potential of being drafted.
A few of those dudes in the 1st round was at the house.
Yeah, so that means he wasn't the only one there who didn't get drafted. I don't feel sorry for him.
Yeah, there was about 3 players that was left.
I couldn't tell you who it was. They only kept showing his face. Like
they did.
I don't know what those other dudes look like. They ain't showing. They just kept showing Will Levis. I'm like, after every pick, they showed Will Levis. Another pick, Will Levis. Another pick, Will Levis. I'm like, what y'all trying to catch this dude making a face? Y'all want him to look funny? Like, I don't get it. Like, why y'all keep... He didn't get picked. All the other dudes didn't get picked. They didn't cut to them. They just kept cutting the... I guess he was the one they like, look, there's another dude that ain't Will Levis. Let's see how Will Levis feels. And then he cuts to his face. I don't know why they showed him so much, man. It was crazy.
Brianna, who'd you like?
None of them. I don't know. Baltimore.
Knew that was coming.
I knew that was coming. That's why I asked you. But yeah, it was a good draft. It was a good draft. We're gonna move it on though. We're gonna move on. But y'all do need to remember this name. Charlie Jones, Purdue, Cincinnati Bengals. Keep that.
Also, I told y'all the Colts was taking.
But you picked
You
it
right.
straight out of spite, though. You did pick it, but you picked it.
You right.
Out of spite. I remember that pick. It was a spite pick. It was, but you called it.
I did.
You called that one.
It was definitely not for the reasons that they picked him.
Exactly.
But
You got it. You did get it.
They did. They went in and I still can't believe that they picked him. I'm like, okay. All right.
I got faith in that young black man.
I think he could have traded back and got him, but okay. That's just me.
I don't know. They might have you might have heard an insider, somebody ready to take a risk on your boy. It's like, why not us? You think about it though. They can take the project because they really didn't have a plan at QB. So
right.
They can take the project and try to turn it into what they want it to be.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
We'll see. Shit, at least he got Jonathan Taylor on the backside.
Yeah. And he got a pretty decent offensive line too. So he got some stuff to work with. But we're gonna move on to some unfortunate news for Dillon Brooks. Dillon Brooks' team, which is the Memphis Grizzlies. We had a topic about what was that, 2 weeks ago when Dillon Brooks came out and said, I poke bears. I don't care. I don't respect him. He gonna have to drop 40 on me. And he proceeded to play like straight dumpster juice.
Boo boo.
Ron had 20 and 20 on him on the next game. And then in the final game, these niggas lost by 40. He didn't get 40 put on them. They lost by 40, which is crazy.
That's not crazy.
So the Grizzlies came out and said that under no, which this is it's kind of petty and this is egregious. Under no circumstances will they re-sign Dillon Brooks? Bruh, come on, bruh. Y'all ain't have to do all of that. Y'all didn't have to do all that.
They told Dillon Brooks. They just told him straight up, and then the news got out.
Yeah. It's fucked up how it got out, but
listen.
Listen, you cannot. I told y'all, you cannot go out there and talk shit, especially to Mr. NBA, and then not back it up. If he would have backed it up, I think it'd have been like, all right, that nigga dropped 30 every game. Nigga, don't do that shit no more. But you can stay on the team. You went out there and did it.
20 points or 18 points. They'd have been straight.
You go out there, you talk shit to Mr. NBA himself, and then you go out there and play like shit and drop 8 points. Nigga, what? You gotta go. Pack it up. Pack your shit up. The locker, clean it out. Gotta go.
Hey.
What they did. I told y'all he gotta go. Pack it up.
Look here, man. Sometimes you poke the bear. Sometimes the bear bites your fucking head off. And that's what happened. Nigga bit off more than he could chew. Me and Blair was having this conversation earlier. Hey, you can't go out there and like Grandma say and be straight ass cheeks, bro. Like,
how do you do
problem. Ain't no problem with talking shit. That's part of the game.
Yeah, that's part of sports.
Yeah.
Even if you lose, you got to do your part. This nigga Dillon Brooks wasn't even doing part of his part.
Period.
Fairness would show he was coming back. I'm like, bro, that didn't sound like they bringing him back, man. I don't get the feeling.
I was like, and I'll be honest. Hey, Blair was like, I think it's over for him.
It ain't looking good for him.
It's over for him.
Bro, I asked y'all, remember, but wait a minute though. Remember when I asked on the show, I said, is this a good a smart move or is this a dumb move?
It's not a
Y'all
bad
was like,
move.
it could
It
be
wasn't
all
a bad
right.
move.
Okay.
It wasn't a bad move if
It's
he
not
would
a
have
bad
backed it
move.
up. If you would have went out there and played your part and did your role to contribute to the team, nobody would be talking shit about you because you did what you were
Yeah,
supposed to do.
he
But Brianna,
even if he was decent, it wouldn't have
Yes,
been
you
that
weren't even
bad. I
decent.
was telling Blair, even if he would have been decent, you know, people would have been like, "Well, that's LeBron. What you expect?" And blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. No, nigga, you went out there and played below average, horrible.
Yes. You failed the test. The test, you failed it.
Ja's out here with the strong hand from Scary Movie 2 dropping 35.
Strong hand, trauma turkey. Man, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, I think
I'm saying because even Ja talks shit, but Ja could back it up. He did his part.
yeah, he played
Yeah.
so badly, bro. Like, I don't know
People,
what you wanted them to do under the because then it looks like you wilt under the light. So, like, not only did he play poorly, he didn't even talk to them after 3 of the losses, bro. He didn't talk to the media. That does not look good on you as an athlete for you to talk that noise. And then even if you have a bad
neither
game,
one
to
of them
not
did.
go out there and not go out to the media and like say
but
he
Ja,
didn't done that.
Ja
Ja didn't
ended
talk-
up coming back and saying, "Bruh, I cost my team this season. I had a bunch of stuff that ain't have nothing to do with basketball and stuff away from basketball that was a big distraction to the team. He did what the leader of the team was supposed
He's
to do.
supposed to do.
He got better PR people.
They
Dillon
was
Brooks can't afford a
because his PR people
team.
was like,
If
nigga,
you don't think Ja understands now, even
Oh.
though he said, I thought that was kind of odd that he was like, I gotta get on this, I gotta play on this pedestal that y'all put me on, and I'm like, okay, bruh, I see you saying your little piece, but you done been through the training. You wasn't doing nothing for them little days you was sitting at the house. They was grilling you, bruh. Like they grilling you about what you need to be, what you need to say. And he took accountability. Dude, Dillon Brooks disappeared for 3 interviews, 3 straight losses. You didn't say a word.
he was
But
supposed to
honestly,
get,
somebody had to go. Somebody had to go. They had to get rid of a piece because it wasn't working out. And they
No,
wasn't getting
but
rid of
see,
Bane. Bane did his
this is
job.
what I was saying. I was saying with Blair, I was like, man, Steven Adams got hurt. The other
Yes.
big got hurt.
Brandon.
So I was like, maybe they'll just chalk it up this year. Give it one more. Man.
I said somebody got to go.
It wasn't even somebody has to go. He
he-
just didn't approach it like a professional. Like in the end, bro, you didn't stand up like a professional. You said your
GM
little piece,
said-
things didn't go your way. And that's why everybody keeps saying that they like front runners. You know what I mean? Like they don't talk when it's bad. They only talk when they lead. All of those things. Dillon Brooks seems to encapsulate all of that. Like you talk trash when y'all up, when things don't go right, you just disappear.
Guess what? The GM said we'll be taking a different approach to trash talk next year.
That means all y'all.
Because at this point,
but he said there's
something.
He said, don't get him wrong. Confidence is key, but it's a line between confidence and just
delusional. You was delusional.
Exactly.
You went out there and talked all that shit. You was delusional.
I ain't gonna call it, I'm gonna just say Dillon Brooks ain't clutch, bro.
All I'm gonna say is Ja had fucked up hand. This nigga Desmond Bain was playing better than his best basketball.
He was balling.
This nigga Jaren Jackson Jr. was pulling shit out his offensive bag he didn't even know he had.
He didn't even know he had it.
Dude, they all stepped up. And the one dude said the worst thing you can say in the
one that was talking the most shit
literally shoots 30% from everywhere.
I'm about to start calling him the fake Desmond Bain.
Like this dude's numbers were essentially baseball numbers, bro. Like he was batting 300. Like that's good in baseball. That is horrible in basketball, bro. You didn't even
30%.
You didn't even shoot 40%.
My thing was what killed me with him was he had the nerve after this to be like, Oh yeah, they was just trying to use me as a 3-and-D
I
guy.
didn't see that, but you told me about it.
What?
I didn't see that, but you told me.
I'm like, your best season was last year, nigga. You averaged 14 points. That sound like 3-and-D. What I said earlier, Blair, you get about 3 3-pointers, couple layups. Hey, you probably gonna get
Well, he
five
done
once
been
or
there his
twice.
whole. Yeah, they say he averaged 14 for his career in Memphis. His averages 14 and he shoots 42%.
It's
I
just you
guess,
can't.
man. Like I said,
He
when
thought
he
he was
said it.
Ja. He thought he was Ja. He thought he could go out there and talk shit like Ja be doing. And you're not on that level, my nigga.
Hey.
You need to sit it down.
Hey, but even John said next year it's gonna be
Hard.
different. I ain't gonna be doing all this.
Listen, no. I don't think Ja need to change. But if you gonna
I
follow
don't
the leader,
either.
Oh no, in
if you
game,
gonna
Ja ain't
follow the
changing, bro. He
leader,
don't be talking
you gotta
trash.
do your part. Like Ja went out there and talked that
And
shit
did his part.
and didn't make he didn't come before the series like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a struggle because of what I've been through. This nigga kept it real. He was there's like, do your hand hurt? Hell yeah, the shit hurt. You gonna play tomorrow? I don't know. Then he sat out one game, bit came back, dropped 45 with some crazy shit. Like,
Fucked up hand and all.
hey, you can talk shit when you do that.
Don, what you think about all this? What you think about all this, man?
It's a lot of information, man. I'm just sitting here listening. Well, I say this. For one, they was a number 2 seed. So I ain't trying to hear none of the motherfucking excuse at all. Nobody. Ja did do his thing. But maturity and leadership got to go hand in hand. So the shit you doing off court, if that costs you a game, bro, and you supposed to be a leader, that's part of your fault too. You know what I'm saying? So you put them in a situation. So yeah, out here, that's PR talk. You know what I'm saying? Even if he do mean some of the shit that he's saying, next year that shit'll come out. But far as Dillon Brooks go, he never was that guy. So him getting sliced ain't really like nothing major to them. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even put it all on him for him talking shit. You know what I'm saying? The dude on the bottom end of the bench talk shit. This motherfuckers is cheerleading from the bench. They get cut every day. The only thing is he put a spotlight on himself. But one thing I might say about King James, everybody that was always against him always got the motherfucking shit end of the stick. I mean, King James get rid of coaches, GMs. Shit, they almost got rid of the owner in Cleveland just by the shit he was saying. So
Man.
I'm just with anything, you talking stuff in spades, bro. You gotta be able to back it up. You know what I'm saying? So
Here's the thing,
that
though.
was just a bad move by him.
None of those bench dudes would come out and say what Dillon Brooks said. Like, a bench dude doesn't say that at a press conference, bro. Like, they don't say that pre-game, post-game. Right. They wouldn't say that because they know their position.
Also,
right.
But I feel
LeBron has a track record of destroying people who talk shit after they talk shit, bro. Like Klay Thompson. That should be Draymond Green. That should be the biggest example. That should be like the exhibit A. When you talk shit to LeBron, shit like this can happen. I don't care. Yeah, he's 38. Hey, I gotta throw that shit out the window because the nigga averaged like 29 points this year. So it's like, fuck, I'm supposed to say about that shit. But if you gonna call out, it's different. If Dillon Brooks would have been talking about goddamn Duncan Robinson,
Schroeder,
Dennis Schroeder,
right?
You know what I'm saying? It would have been something different. But when you call out a LeBron, a KD, a Giannis, a Embiid, bruh, you got to come with something. You got to pinch the bitch.
Hell, anything. Give us anything. You ain't give us nothing.
It was worse because you like, oh, not gonna respect it till the 40 piece, and then he dropped 2020. Then you like, oh, he don't like to go left, and then in overtime, this nigga take you left for and one for what I said, Blair. Now this shit is it etched into the NBA playoff commercial and all of that shit, bro. Like, it's over with. Welcome to China, Dillon Brooks. Hey, go out there, get that Dwight Howard money. Because
that's what I say, man. I
think
don't know
about
if
it, y'all. And
if
me
they
and
gonna
Blair
pull him
asked
out,
this
but
question
that'd be
earlier
great.
too. Who do y'all think would pick him up? Guess who I said? Same niggas that's gonna
Lakers.
take Chris. Same people who gonna take Chris Cousin. The Indiana Pacers. We're gonna take Dillon Brooks, and DeAndre Ayton. We're gonna
Please
go
take
do that
DeAndre.
thing
Take
in
him
Indy.
now. Y'all can have that nigga now.
All right, so we gotta move on. We already spent too much time talking about this bum ass nigga. So, big
Take
news
DeAndre
just
yesterday.
dropped earlier today. The MVP of the NBA has just been announced, and it is Joel Embiid is your new NBA MVP for the regular season. If you did not know, now you know. My man averaged 33 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. He played 66 games this season. Balling.
Big
I
Embiid.
think he deserved it. Point blank. It's no argument for me. I had Embiid winning this MVP. How the voting system shook out is how it went out as Joel got first. The Joker came in second. Giannis came in third. Tatum came in fourth. And with some votes in fifth is Shea Gilders Alexander. So
Big Shay.
yes.
That's big.
Yes, he got 6 fourth place votes and 28 fifth place votes. So
That's big.
Jason Tatum finished what was that third or finished fourth. So that's just how I shook out, guys. But I think that this is well deserved. Does anybody disagree?
Wouldn't have been mad if any other top three won MVP.
Oh,
Yeah,
I would have been mad if Joker had got it again.
Yeah, you probably would have been mad.
I wouldn't have been mad only because
I can see that.
if Jokic would have got it,
but
it would have been like, hey, he was good enough to get it the first 2 times, and then this year would have been arguably the best year that he played. And now his team is healthy, and he up 2-0 on the Suns. Hey, nigga hooping, and he dropped 39. He ain't dropped 40. He said, somebody ain't getting no dollar drink today. 39. So I wouldn't have been mad. But yeah, hey, Embiid deserve it, man. Shoot. Dude been on the tear. So about time we got him one. That's what's up. Now
I kind of felt like it shifted. They shifted it to Embiid towards the end of the season because they realized people got so pissed when they started talking about Joker getting it. I didn't really like. I understand. Like, I don't know the criteria. You know, they don't really tell you what everybody votes on. There's no criteria for the MVP. Just depend on what you consider to be the good traits of the MVP, and that's kind of how it goes. Like, there's no actual did he do this, did he do that. It's based on more of a feeling.
I think they had them neck and neck, and Joker was probably in the lead. But then when they went on that little skid stretch at the end,
last couple weeks of the season,
and Embiid kept balling out, and the Sixers kept winning. So I felt like he edged them out a little bit with that. But like I said, I wouldn't have been mad at even if they would have gave it to Giannis. I still wouldn't have been mad. I'd have been like, hey, bro, I still think he the best player in the league. So I couldn't have been mad at that. Pretty good. That's nice.
That's fair.
Shea Gilders Alexander got some love. That's dope.
Big Shay.
Nah, don't call him Big Shay. You'll never talk about the Thunder. I don't want to hear that shit.
That is my nigga. Big Shay. Josh Giddey.
Talk about the Thunder.
They're my boys.
Boy, gonna be on the cover of 2K next year.
Cut it out. Your boys is the Suns right now. That's who your boys are.
Let's
so cut it out.
Those my boys.
Moving on. So we gotta talk about these
Wouldn't be
NBA
clean,
playoffs
boys,
since
right
we already in the NBA world and stratosphere. We gotta talk about the NBA players. So the game that's going on right now is Miami versus the New York Knicks. What is the score right there on that right now? Anybody know?
It's
It is 51-51.
51-51. Wow. Without
26
Jimmy.
seconds
Okay.
left in the
Without Jimmy Bucket.
Wow. Yeah. So that's interesting. That's interesting. Who do you have winning this series? I know we are already one game in, but Brianna needs it for her records. Who do y'all have winning this series? And I'm gonna start out with Sean.
Philly. Philly and
Wait.
6.
No,
Talking about
Miami and New
The
York.
Knicks
Miami and New
and the
York.
Heat.
Oh. Yeah, you did say Jimmy. Well, I gotta go first.
Oh, Sean. Oh, Sean.
I go first.
Oh, that's a tough one, man. I'll put it like
Knicks
this.
take.
If RJ can't stay consistent, they're gonna have a problem, bro. And New York gonna go crazy, bro. I would love to see the Knicks do this. You know what? Forget, I'm a gambler man. I'm gonna rock with the Knicks. Just 6. Ooh, don't that sound good? The Knicks and 6.
All right, Darius, you agreeing with Sean? Is your boys going to the Eastern Conference Finals?
I'm gonna tell you like this: if we gonna do it, now is the chance to do it.
Now is the time.
Take,
Here's the
Knicks
time, bro.
take, Knicks in 7.
Ooh,
7.
Knicks and 7.
I would have had us if Julius Randle was healthy with no what's the name, with no
Jimmy
Tyler
Butler.
Hero, I'd have had Knicks in 5. But I need my boy to be healthy. So I feel like, yeah, this series, if we're gonna win, it's gonna go to the break. I ain't saying we got a chance to make the finals or nothing. But
I ain't taking it that
if I
far.
can make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, hey, that's a win. And I did better than Chris' team this year. So Knicks in 7. I do think it's gonna be a good series. I feel like the injuries just might be piling up on the Heat.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Hero done broke his hand. Now Jimmy Butler done twisted his ankle.
Oladipo had surgery, bro.
Oladipo is done. Like,
Yeah, Oladipo, my poor boy, got hanging up.
yeah, and Brian, I feel bad for Oladipo, bro, because it feels like he was.
It's like every time he get there, like
every time
you
he's
that nigga.
like, okay, I'm good, I'm right here. He go right back down. So it's like, but he another one of them guys that was super explosive. So he might have just been too explosive for his own good. But yeah, Knicks in 7, man. Let's go. I agree with the RJ Barrett thing because he was shooting terribly. He made a small adjustment to his shot. Now that shit is wet.
He balling today.
Wet.
Facts. I think I'm going to agree with you guys. I'm gonna roll with the Knicks in 7. I'm gonna say the Knicks in 7 because you know Jimmy got the bad ankle. I feel like New York could pull that game out tonight. I think they're definitely going to get one in Miami. So I'm going to roll with the Knicks in 7. I think the longer the series goes, the more it hurts Miami, actually, because they got a lot of people injured and your flaws will start to come out. And they'll do a little tweak there, tweak here, tweak there. And I feel like the Knicks will pull it out in 7 or 6, but I'm going to say 7. Who you got, Brianna?
I'm going Miami in 7.
Ooh.
Listen, Jimmy Bucket is Jimmy Bucket. I'm not going to, even with his fucked up ankle, I've seen niggas come out here during the playoffs and be Superman. So I'm going to give it to him.
All I'm going to say is, hey, for our fans who watch Dragon Ball Z, hey, Jimmy Butler is like when Goku and Vegeta do the fusion dance. Hey, this nigga tank only go for so long, nigga. So I'm waiting for the gas out. But so far, this nigga probably been the best player in the playoffs.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
Man,
That's fair. That's fair. Blair, who you
Blair,
got,
huh?
man?
I don't know, man. My eye is messing with me. The way it looks, I felt like the Knicks should be up in this game more than they are. So I'm gonna go with the Heat.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with the Heat.
Jimmy.
Mm, 6.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. I feel it.
It's
I feel it.
written in stone.
I feel it. I feel it.
All
We
right.
gonna move it on. We gonna move on. We gotta keep this train rolling.
We wrote that Warriors in stone too.
I didn't like the word. Oh, I did. No,
I
what
did.
I said.
I picked y'all didn't. I did. You wrote that down. Put it down. Don't do that.
We gonna get there. We gonna get there.
Brianna
I
We
ain't
gonna
mad
get
at
there.
it.
She's trying to keep the transcript so she can pull them up, but I know who I picked in that series.
I'll be ready.
We gonna move it on. So we're gonna move on to Philly and Boston. I think we got the most pleasant surprise in a long time. Guess who we
Philly,
saw
Boston.
playing basketball the other night? James
James,
Harden.
no show Harden.
James Harden came out and was like, I'm going back to my Houston days. Give me the ball. I'm throwing them up. No Joel. I'm throwing them up.
Unicorn sighting.
Bruh. Man was out there pulling them and doing his motherfucking thing. I can't hate. You know, I was talking to Blair last night. I like, hey man, we gotta give it to him, man. We gotta give it to him, man. He did his thing.
Facts.
Blair said, hell no. It's only one game. I understand that. I understand, Blair. I understand. But yet and still.
What I said was,
Mm-hmm.
these ain't the games he disappear in, cuz. They just said a stat that James had like 40-something or 30-something, 30-point games in the playoffs.
That's fair.
Before he went for 40, they talked about it. That ain't when he disappears, bro. These ain't the games that James Harden disappear in. It's later in the series when it's tight and something is on the line. That's when James Harden disappears.
I'm gonna say I gotta give him credit because in this game, this is what you wanted him to do, but none of us expected him to do. It's like, hey, the big guy's down. It's you. It's not Maxey. It's not Tobias Harris. Bruh, it's you. We need a big game from you. And I don't think nobody would have been mad if he went off and didn't win the game. But you won the game and you hit the big shot to win the game. So it was like, about goddamn time. I done started growing gray hair in my beard waiting for you to do some shit like this. So I feel like it was a game they needed, and it makes me uneasy about this series now.
Yes, I'm pretty uneasy. And y'all know I was probably the last James Harden holder on. And I was like, I think he could do it. And y'all like, hell no.
You and tell me.
Man, I had to let it go. And I let it go years ago. And boy, oh boy, he showed up. I was happy for him. I was happy for James for doing his thing, man. I was happy for James. But in this series, this is a difficult one right here. Who you got, man? Who you got pulling this one off? You got Philly or Boston? Who you got, Brianna?
See there? You talking that shit, now look at you.
I only hesitated. Listen, I only hesitated because It was not for the fact that James Harden went off. It was because Joel just won MVP. I know he's got that momentum. He's trying to prove this still and get him one. Now is the time. You just got your MVP. Go ahead and get it. But I'm still gonna go with Boston in 7.
That's a good one.
Boston is 7. Blair?
Boston 6.
Oh man.
They split us back to game 5. We'll see.
Who you got, Darius?
Yeah.
Crazy, guy.
Yeah, boy. I ain't gonna lie. Last night almost swung the pendulum for me.
Ooh.
Almost. But I'm gonna stick
But like you
to
said,
my
that was
gun.
but like you said, that's a unicorn sighting. Who know when you go see a unicorn again?
Hey, Brianna, you took the words right out of my mouth. Shit. 45. This nigga might not drop 40 total the rest of the series. With James Harden, dog. Like, no, I don't think he's gonna play that bad. I feel like the pressure is on Embiid now because he got his MVP.
Yep.
But I just feel like Boston has like a better team overall. I feel like for the Sixers to succeed, I feel like they're going to have to rely so much on Embiid, and that's tough. Because I still feel like Boston could have easily won the game the other night too.
Yes.
So
yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with Boston. I think all the games will kind of be like that game was. Maybe not necessarily coming down to the last shot, but they'll still be close. And I still think they can do it in 6, man. I think they win one in Philly. And I think they on the mission, bro. Like, I don't know. Jason Tatum can be inconsistent if you want to. This boy, Jaylen Brown, is trying to kill somebody
go get
out there every night.
Yeah, he gonna go get it every night.
Every night.
He still make bad turnovers, though.
He does, yeah.
They make bad turnovers as a team.
As a team, yeah.
Jaylen Brown makes them joints when he go on the score, bro. Like, he'll do a dribble.
Yeah.
That thing is out of bounds.
But I feel like they eat those turnovers because they're built on isolation ball. So it's like, nigga, if he gonna have the ball, Tatum gonna have the ball, them boys have a high usage rate. So I guess they feel like it offsets with the high usage rate, I guess. But I think even with that, I think it'll be enough. You got PJ Tucker out here still having 0 everything in quarters and shit. Like, nah. I feel like it's too much of an ask for Embiid in today's NBA to just be like,
to
hey,
carry that load.
Yeah, I need you. Because we all agreed, hey, if they gonna win, Embiid gotta be 35 plus average. Yep. That means on most nights you going for 38, 40, 10 rebounds. Ain't really worried about the assist because Harden, even if he don't score, he'll probably still get the assist. But it's just like, I feel like it's too much, bro. It's just too much of an ask for Embiid. And I think he might run out of gas. So, Celtics in 6, man. Prove me wrong, Embiid. Shit.
Man, I've had so many thoughts on this damn game. This damn series. because if I'm just being completely honest, I don't believe in Boston's head coach, man. I just don't. I feel like Doc Rivers is going to outcoach him, especially when he gets Embiid back. When that's going to be, I have no idea. I don't
don't know,
believe in
dog.
Buddy. I don't.
Why?
You talking about the poster child for blown 3-1 leads?
That's fair. That's fair. Also, you got a rookie head coach that ain't never been in this position
But their
before.
coach has done an excellent job so far, stepping into the shoes of Ime Udoka. He's done a great job so far.
This is true, but now, it gets ratcheted up another notch. So
That's true. Also,
people can pressure bust pipes, man. He can forget he got timeouts. Like I don't know. He might
if
not.
anybody know pressure bust pipes, it's Doc Rivers, nigga.
It's Doc Rivers. That and Tatum, man. Listen, for one of my favorite players in the NBA.
Not Chris
Tatum.
I have to be critical. I have to be critical. I have to be critical. Jason, when you get the ball late in the game, don't pass it to Malcolm Brogdon, man. Don't pass the ball, man. You are Jason Tatum. You the guy that we go to get this bucket. Go get the fucking bucket. Don't pass the ball off, especially when you see you know how much time is coming off the clock. I mean, that's not the reason why they lost the game, but it can be one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why they lost the game. But my boy, please take the shot. You know the clock was running down, and you had Buddy. Buddy can't guard you. Shoot over him. I don't understand. Just take the shot.
Maybe he was making the best basketball play. Ain't that what y'all saying?
Not that. Nope. Not in that instance. He had the jumper. He could have just took it. He didn't take it. He thought he was going to pass it to Brogdon, and Brogdon was going to shoot it, and that's why he was going to the rim. But if you would have just shot it, who you want to shoot the shot? And that because Brogdon was still guarded.
Malcolm Brogdon to shoot it.
I would rather Jackson take the guarded shot than Malcolm Brogdon take the guarded shot. You know what I'm saying? You the one in this whole entire series, you the one that got the mismatch every time down court. Every time down court, you got the mismatch. So take the shot, man. It's okay. Take that motherfucking shot. If you miss it, you miss it. But take that motherfucker. But it is so hard to pick this game because I like man. I love me some Joel Embiid, man. Joel is a beast. But
Chris, pick Boston so we can go.
Listen, I'm gonna stick with Boston.
All that
talk. We know.
Oh man, this is hard. I really want to go.
Killing us, Chris, man, with all your wiffle waffle.
Exactly.
Because that's like this is the easy pick, man. If Joel come back, bro.
It is. Joel come back. Joel will still need his team to help him out. He can't do it by himself.
Joel come back, they're gonna win the series. That's what I'm saying.
Joel would still need help. He ain't gonna win it by himself.
Listen.
And James Harden is a flake. Sometimes he there and sometimes he ain't. So we don't know if that's going to be an all-the-time thing.
Right.
I think I'm going to start calling James Harden Almond Joy because sometimes he got nuts on me, sometimes he don't. So I don't understand.
We know that Jason Tatum and his partners in crime going to always be there. They're going to give you what you need.
I feel what you're saying, man. I feel what you're saying. I am fearful of the MVP coming back and being the MVP. But he is coming off an injury, so I'm going to go with Boston. I'm going to say Boston in 7. Oh, Boston in 7. Sean, who you got, man? I don't know if he's there or not.
I'm here. I just left my son's baseball game. But, yeah, I got Philly, man. And for the record, I had Ja for MVP at the beginning of the year. And I had Joel as my second guy. So, shit. But yeah, Joel balling, man. So I'm gonna stick with my guns. I'm gonna go with Philly, but I wouldn't be surprised if Boston, when we have a historical Lakers versus Boston
championship game. That'll be nice for the ages.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm picking up what you're putting down. We're gonna move it on over to the West, the Western Conference. We'll start with Denver versus Phoenix. Denver is now currently up 2-0. Who do you guys have in this series, man? Like, I did not see this unfolding the way it is unfolding right now. It's just been looking like Phoenix just don't have the team to even compete. Sometimes when I'm watching this game, like at times they look good and they going back and forth, but game 1 was Murray game. Game 2, the Joker was like, you can't stop me. You ain't got nobody to stop me. I don't give two fucks about who's in front of me. I'm gonna hit you with this turnaround, this 3-point shot. If you ain't gonna guard me out here, he was doing everything last night, man. Brianna, who do you got winning this one, man?
I'm gonna say the Suns, when they got KD, they got rid of their bench, and those was their weapons. Markel was what they needed off that bench. I'm still gonna go Phoenix in 7 because they definitely need somebody to step up. It can't be KD and Book been doing their job, and CP. They say he out game 3 and 4. But we knew this was gonna happen because CP ain't never there.
Didn't I say it though?
The playoffs, I done told y'all he is not there. Like every playoff, I don't know what it is. It's like I don't know who put the hex on that nigga, but they put the hex on him.
Brianna, he's 175 years old. I said that already.
Now you just told me and Blair that this nigga had to step up and be the goddamn.
What he say?
I'm like, where you supposed to get the other 20 from? He like, he's supposed to get it from CP. I'm like, bruh, CP is 232 years old. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
He got dropped the dub.
He got the ball in his hand.
What about your boy DeAndre Ayton?
DeAndre Ayton is playing like some ass.
What you mean,
some ass.
He refuses to put anything.
Ain't no way you gonna let this man.
DeAndre Ayton is a glorified role player for the Suns. So I don't want to hear nothing about he got to step up. No. Y'all don't get a man the ball. Don't be giving me the ball now. Go ahead, shoot it.
Giving them the ball.
I get mine off the glass.
Players have to step up in the playoffs, bro.
All of the players.
I get mine off the glass. Y'all don't run no plays for me. I get mine off the glass. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
I think
but he's supposed to be able to get such a lucrative contract, but all you can do is get shit off the glass.
Hey, he got his contract. He just don't want to be there.
And they should let him go.
It is what it is.
No,
his
problem is
you guys are right.
Problem is no matter where he is, the motor ain't gonna be there. That's the problem.
I was cool with them. They could have let him go and gave him to Brooklyn, and we could have kept Markel, whatever, and Cameron.
Nah, they wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, because nobody wanting his ass. As you can see, he's still there.
Not true. I mean, the Pacers wanted him for that money, and they decided to match.
The Pacers ain't got. Anywho, I think I definitely agree. Somebody got to step up and help them boys out. Book and KD is giving it all they got. They can't do it by themselves, and they're not going to do it by themselves against that loaded ass Denver team. Jamal is balling. That nigga come back and he is on fire. It's like that nigga don't miss. Somebody got to help my boys out. I'm still going Phoenix in 7 because at the end of the day, they got Kevin Durant.
Okay. Sean, who you got? think you feel
I don't say he busy.
Nobody.
Yeah, I'm here. But I've been talking and shit. What game we on, bro?
Phoenix and
Denver.
Phoenix, Denver.
Damn. I got Phoenix on this game. You talking about order series?
The
Serious.
series.
Oh shit, nah. I'm going Denver. Hell nah. And it's crazy because it's really just a battle of offenses for real. It ain't really no defense really getting played. And your boy Aiden Chris, I'm gonna say it's your boy. Even though I back you on his money,
We all agree
but
that's
your boy Aiden just watch it, man. He catching flies and shit. How he playing defense?
Period.
He in the
He
way,
just
bro.
out there.
I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, I got Denver winning the series. And I know AD gonna shut Jokic down. Yeah, y'all heard it.
Ooh.
We ain't got there yet. Slow your horses. Slow your horses.
About to shut himself down.
We already knew you was going, but slow your roll. Slow your roll.
Say less.
Larry, who you got? Who you got in the series, man?
It ain't looking good for them boys. I wish I could see game number 3 first, but Denver gonna have to do it if this gonna have to be the year, bro. I'm gonna go Denver. Everything is wacky in the playoffs right now. Nobody thinks Denver's good. I picked Phoenix to come out of that series, but no Chris Paul, and they genuinely need every ounce of 30 from KD and D Book every night to win. That's a tall
Every night.
That's a tall task, and it seems like they ain't winning in Denver. Denver is hard to play in for every sport, bro. It's not just basketball. Like, it's hard to play in Denver, period. And they got at least 4 home games, so it ain't looking good for the Suns, man.
All right.
I kind of want to pick Phoenix, but I'm gonna go Denver in 6. I like believing dudes have killer instinct. That's part of my problem. That's why I keep picking everything at 6, because I'm like, it ain't supposed to go to 7 if you up 3-2, bro. You supposed to go for the kill. I don't see it, but that's what you're supposed to do.
All right. Okay, so after watching the first 2 games, I was completely shocked. I thought Phoenix was going to get at least one of these games. That's turned out not to be the case. But how game 2, you can tell a lot about how game 2 goes because both teams got their legs under them. Both teams are giving all they got to try to pull that second game out. Phoenix is trying to, steal a game, and Denver ain't trying to have it. And the Joker wasn't having it that night. But playing against Denver, man, their glaring weakness shows up, and it is super highlighted. They bench is terrible. Terrible.
Got rid of their best bench players, bro. Like,
I agree with you on that one, Chris.
that's what they turned over to get KD.
The
bro.
best bench players.
Tough.
They could have gave them Steph's brother-in-law.
Didn't they? I think they got 4 points off their bench last night.
That dude. What you say?
2 in the first half,
That nigga.
2 in the second half.
They got
That's
4
including
points total.
Their bench is bad, bro. Like, they
what's
don't.
my
have
man who
anything
just
outside
came
that
back?
starting line.
Who the dude who just came back for them?
A Kogi? That's the dude.
no.
They got the 5 of us coming off the bench.
No, not a Kobe, because he started. It's the other nigga. What's the boy name?
Who you talking about, Darius?
He just came back off an injury. He was the one dude that Phoenix had kept.
Oh, Chris Payne? Payne?
Yeah, Cameron Payne.
Cameron Payne. My bad, Cameron.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
4 points.
That's including him. 4 points off the
4
bench.
points. Well, now Kevin Payne, he probably going to slide in the starting lineup now because CP out games 3 and 4, right?
Yep.
So
it doesn't matter.
Word on the current.
So before I said before the playoffs started, if they can stay healthy, I see them at least going to the Western Conference Finals, if not the finals. The expectation is them to go to the finals and win the damn thing because you got KD, you got CP3, you got Devin Booker, so on and so forth. But I also said them niggas always get hurt. And lo and behold, one down, two to go. So I got Denver in 5. I have Denver in 5. I think Phoenix wins the third game. I think Denver wins the next 2. I got Denver in 5. CP3 is hurt. They don't have a true point guard anymore. That disrupts a lot of the things. I do think that Book and I think some of their big players steps up because they are at home. So I think they're going to get a big boost from being at home in game 3. But I think Denver's going to come back, win game 4, and then be at home for game 5. Close it on out. Denver in 5. What say you, Darius?
Hold on. It's a little dust on my flow. Got to break out the broom, big dog. Man. Told y'all, bro. I've been saying it. Blair reiterated it. These niggas gotta score 30 plus a piece every night. They are 0 for 2 on scoring 30 plus a piece every night. And they 0 for 2 in the series, bro. Like, that's the only way these dudes gonna win, bro.
Both of those dudes play like 44 and 45 minutes or something like that, bro. It's crazy.
And it's starting to show. KD was like 10 for 27 last game. So it's not lack of effort. It's not like he not trying, but they putting in so much energy, bro. Like this type of winning is highly unsustainable. And last night you couldn't do what you did best, which is score on a night where Denver couldn't score. The dude Jamal Murray couldn't find the bucket. Michael Porter Jr. couldn't find the bucket. And you let Jokic go for 39 and 16.
They have nobody to stop him.
And they still won the game. I don't have no faith in them going to Phoenix and that shit being any different. Because when you sub them boys out the game, guess what? Shit. The momentum automatically swing back to Denver.
Hey, like Brianna said, you sub them boys out the game, us 5 come in.
Hey, Denver in 3.
Booty.
What I said, coach?
I can give you 0 points, but I'm gonna be there.
Hey, on God, I'm gonna use all 6 of my 5. Don't even worry about it. I got Denver in 3, man. It's over with. Chop it up. It's over. KD can't
Strus just got hurt.
Who?
You said who?
Strus just went to the back in the Miami game. New York still is not ahead, bro. Miami is still
71 to 66.
That's crazy.
Wow.
The dudes are on fire from 3. And then Max Strus just got hurt, so I don't know.
Speaking of shooting threes, we got to go to the next game. And the Golden State Warriors versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Guys, this is an interesting
Let me
ask the question. I'm going to get to you, boy. I'm going to get to you. Jesus, he couldn't wait. Couldn't wait to pick up the phone. I got them Lakers. We know you got the Lakers.
Sean ain't felt this good since the bubble.
He like, I got the Lakers. Sean, go ahead, pick up the phone, man. Jesus.
Go ahead, Sean. Tell us what you feel, Sean. Get it off your chest.
Tell us what you feel. What you feel in your heart. What's your heart saying?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I do believe Curry is up a game on this man for series wise, right? Am I right?
Something like that. Yeah, the record is like
Okay.
13-7 for wins and
Yeah.
losses.
Okay. But far as chips and stuff goes,
They tied,
but
bro.
I'm gonna take this though. I'm going to say they're gonna win,
Of
but
course.
I ain't taking nothing away from them though. So I don't want nobody to feel as if I'm disrespecting the Warriors. Cause these niggas is Hall of Famers. I will say that. We can argue about the Draymond one. But these niggas are Hall of Famers. They got a Hall of Fame coach. We can argue about that if y'all want to. But so I ain't gonna say no disrespect at all. But they have no bigs to stop AD. If AD continue to do what the fuck he been doing, ain't nobody coming to the cup. So I will see a lot of rain coming. But shit, that man about to shut down all that shit inside. So I don't see nothing coming in that paint past the free throw line. And shit, a lot of people criticize my man when he getting like 12 points, 14 points, but they don't look at the defense. He getting 5 blocks, 6 blocks, and then he's shutting down that whole side. So big ups to Palinka, Jeannie Buss, bringing in the guys, man, because that was a nice trade to bring in them boys, especially for this time. And I think they gelling together now. And shit, we gonna win this shit. I want to say game 6 again. I agree with Blair. There's some sick shit going. But I'm gonna say 4-2.
Lakers in 6. Okay.
Lakers in 6.
Okay.
I'm gonna ride my boys to the end.
Rihanna, who you got?
I have the Golden State Warriors. You know I'm not picking the Lakers. First of all, you're correct, Sean. I believe ain't nobody stopping AD but AD. And as soon as he hit that ground, he's stopping himself. He gonna be out. It's gonna be over for him. And if I was the Warriors, I would get somebody to put his ass on the ground. I'm going with the Warriors because Steph Curry is Steph Curry. That nigga runs circles around everybody. He's unstoppable when he puts his mind to it. I'm going with the Warriors in. I'm gonna just say 7. Warriors in 7.
Okay. Blair.
I mean, it's tough for me, guy. I don't know. There's such an odd matchup, and LeBron's teams are always long when they play Golden State, but that doesn't ever seem to really matter. So, except for that one turnaround, the last time they saw each other, they got routed, but that was a KD Golden State team that was just killing everybody at that point. It's tough, man. They all old, and it's really gonna come down. They all like over 30, so they all considered like ancient as far as like basketball years go and what people think is at your best. So it would come down to like the younger dudes to me, except for Golden State. Even if they're down, they don't seem to get rattled. I don't know what LA looks like in a, like a clutch, they're not up situation because they really gave it to Memphis early. You know what I'm saying? Chase is a tough place to play. It would be wild if they were able to come out of this and make a run. So I'm gonna go Golden State. 7 because they play each other really tough when they see each other. I don't like to pick 7 games though, so Golden State in 6.
Okay. Golden State in 6, he said.
Just need a couple of breaks, man. I'm cool if they both split. I don't care if they split in Golden State and split in LA. I'm always worried about game 5, bruh. Like I'm always worried about what it looks like when they tie coming out of game 5. because I think it's very possible that they could split in both places. You know what I mean? Like LA could pull a game out in Golden State, and Golden State, I think, can pull a game out in LA if they had to. So I don't think it's going to be easy by any stretch, but I don't know if AD makes it through the whole thing or he gives you enough every game. Because LeBron is hurt, bro. Like, LeBron is legitimately hurt. And nobody's going to talk about it, but Golden State runs a lot. They don't play. It's not like everybody like LA is so tall, but I'm like, all they play is tall teams. They've been small balling it for 10 years now. Like, they know what it's like to play long teams. They do it all the time. I don't think necessarily that the length is just going to kill them, but they're not going to know what to do with it. They run a lot. If they can get it out and get it at Golden State pace, that ain't the pace that LA wants to play. So I figure whoever can impose the pace on the game is probably the one that wins. Somebody got to chase Steph all night.
All night. All night.
Fair. So I don't know if y'all are aware. Throughout the season when they played each other, the Lakers won 3 games. Golden State won 1.
I don't care about any of that in the playoffs.
Yeah, the first game they won, Steph Curry scored 33, LeBron scored 31, but that's what the season series looks like. And we all know after the All-Star break, they right before the All-Star break, the Lakers changed their whole entire team.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I do see that the Lakers are going to go into this game with some confidence. I honestly just think, personally, I just looked up this series schedule. So the first game is tonight, then the next game is on the 4th, then the next game is on the 6th, then the next game is on the 8th, and the next game is on the 10th. Basically every other game. So because we were discussing whether are they gonna have a break in between, like they're gonna have 3 games? No, it's every other night, Darius. Every other night they playing.
Ain't no break in the playoffs.
Ain't no
unless
break.
You win, unless you get swept.
Ain't no break. Golden State is coming off a 7-game series. Golden State has the all-around best starting 5, as far as talent is concerned. All around. And LeBron is not LeBron right now because he is injured. Like I was telling Blair, he is hurt. That's why he's settling for threes and not taking it to the cup because he's not cutting it loose right now. He just not. He feel for that he'll re-injure it.
That 38 body don't heal the same as a 22-year-old body.
Oh yeah, because he's not even supposed to be playing. He's supposed to be done for the season at this point. Like he had to search for a doctor to be like, yeah, you ain't gotta have surgery. He's like, all right, I'm gonna go with that. Like at this point, for him to still be out here playing and still even averaging 20 or averaging whatever he averaged the last series, is still remarkable in itself. But with all of that said, Golden State coming off a 7-game series. I watched every game of that series. Golden State looked old.
I forgot to mention that.
Yes. Steph Curry had to show his whole ass to get out of there with the victory. And my man had to break a finger. Because if my man's finger wasn't broken, I think it would have been a different series. So I'm gonna go with LA. I got LA in 6. I say LA wins this series in 6. They're gonna steal this game tonight, and we'll see what happens in game 2. But I don't think Golden State is gonna have the legs to continue to be run like that for the next 7 games. Clay is older; he is missing shots.
That's all they do. They've been doing that forever.
But you seeing it now. You're seeing it in how he's performing and how he's performing on the defensive end. So
they played a very young Sacramento team.
He was good. And this team that they're playing,
every team is going to be young.
It's not young.
Now because
this team is not young. This team is not. The Lakers ain't young.
This
team is young.
Will be considered the old team in this series.
This team is young.
Agreed.
The old
but their
niggas,
best
the old
player is
nigga
45
is
years
LeBron.
old.
Yeah, their
Say
best
what?
player is old, but yet and still.
Player is 104.
And the Warriors' best player can't guard nobody. So what
Their
you
best
saying?
player can still go out there and run
But
circles around
Brianna,
it.
but Brianna, you said yourself, we ain't never seen a dude playing that's 105 playing like this dude can play.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm just saying he's still 105.
And I understand.
Even
but
if
yet and
Steph
still,
is the oldest on that team, Steph is still running circles around all them niggas. The youngest nigga on the Lakers team, he running circles around.
Facts.
I can't tell.
But yet and still, he ain't had nobody that can go head to head with that nigga. And
who is on the Lakers that's gonna go head to head with him?
LBJ. And he
that.
will not let his team lose, not going down
that I ain't the
like
only
that.
person that I'm the only person that hasn't picked. LA got plenty of people that'll just chase stuff around all night. Who gonna chase Anthony
Yeah, a
Davis?
bunch of guards.
This is true. They're gonna chase
got a
him
bunch of
down, but
guards.
if this nigga's shot is wet, it's just gonna stay wet. They can chase him
Who is
around all night
gonna
long.
guard
But once he gets
Anthony
started, there's no
Davis?
stopping him.
Who is gonna guard Anthony Davis?
You know who's gonna guard Anthony Davis? The wheelchair, because that's where that nigga gonna end up. That nigga cannot stay healthy for shit.
Guess what?
She is straight up counting him being out at least one or two games.
I promise you, he's going to be out at least one of these games. Now, don't get me wrong. I give him credit because he's been doing great this playoff series. He's been doing amazing. This nigga fall down, get back up. I'm giving it to him. But that can only last for so long because that nigga is Mr. Glass. So I give him credit. He's been doing great. That nigga fall down, I'd be like, damn.
If you're gonna tell me that that's only gonna last for so long, Steph Curry only gonna be on fire, but for so long.
This nigga, but when he's on fire, he's unstoppable.
That's fair.
Difference is percentages take over, and Steph got great percentages, bro. Like,
I agree with Chris. If what's the name don't break his finger, he probably go for 50, and the Kings end that in 6.
What is
major disadvantage to the Warriors. Draymond is not who he used to be. Clay is not who he used to be. And now the Warriors are in the predicament that the Suns are in. This nigga Steph got to go for 40 every game.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Oh, he do.
I don't think so.
He do.
I don't think so.
No, he don't.
This first game is going to tell us everything we need to know.
It ain't gonna tell us much.
I think it's good.
It is.
No, it's not, because
we gonna see.
How if the Suns done lost 2 games in a row, you still got the Suns in 7.
Well,
this
you know I was
game
picking
ain't
them
gonna tell
anyway.
us shit.
You know I was picking them regardless. Them niggas be down 3 games. You know I was picking them niggas no matter what.
She like, I'm going down with Kevin Ship. I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
I'm going down with the ship. That's like the Ravens. I'm going down with the ship. I'm
ride that into the ocean.
How you gonna go down with a ship that you don't even be riding on?
Wherever Kevin is, have I not been loyal to whatever team he's on? When he was with OKC, I was loyal to OKC. When he was with Brooklyn, I was loyal to Brooklyn. When he was with Golden State, I didn't fuck with him, but I was loyal to
when
Kevin.
Hold up, Brianna. When he was with Texas, who was you riding with?
I watch college basketball, but my team is North Carolina Tar Heels because of my father. But I don't watch college basketball.
Was your NBA team the Seattle Supersonics? That's what I want to know.
It was not, because before I was a fan of Kevin Durant, I was a fan of Dwight Howard. So my team was the Orlando Magic at first. Before I was a fan of Kevin Durant. I was an Orlando Magic fan because I liked Dwight Howard. But then I discovered Kevin Durant and I became a Kevin Durant fan. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've not always liked him since he came into the NBA. I was a fan of Dwight Howard, and so I was an Orlando fan. Once I started liking Kevin Durant, I became a Kevin Durant fan, and I haven't fallen off the bandwagon since.
Help her, Lord.
I'm going whatever team he plays for. I am going down with the ship. If the ship is sinking, we just sinking together. It is what it is.
Hey, well, it sounds like now you ready to go down with Draymond, because that's what you about to do.
You know I can't stand that nigga. But I have faith. You know I cannot stand that nigga. I have faith.
You ride with Draymond.
That's what it sounds like to me. All I'm saying is,
Stephen Curry.
The Lakers got D'Lo running around with him, Austin Reeves running around with him, Rory Hachimura running around with him, Jared Vanderbilt running around with him.
Their length.
None of these boys besides Draymond gonna have a chance to run around with AD. And if you got him on AD, who is guarding LeBron?
I had agreed. I agree that if AD is on the court and he's healthy, there's no stopping him. Who's going to stop him? If he's healthy, the only person that can stop AD is AD. And we've seen him stop himself time and time again.
It sounds like Darius is going with LA. How many games you got?
6 games. And I feel like I'm being nice.
I like LA in 6. So we got 2 Golden States, 3 LAs. And this is gonna be interesting. I can't wait until 10. They tip off at 10 o'clock, right? So 30 minutes. So thank y'all for watching this here podcast. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all know what we about to do. We'll see y'all next week. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Tell everybody you know about us. We out. Deuce.
Peace.
Yeah.